Jamaica nice boy, Jamaica nice boy. Yeah, you're nice. Jam down, you're nice. Ex Jamaica, you're nice boy. Really, really nice boy. Jam down, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Yes, we are can selfish. Yes, that's a we national dish. Yes, some can only wish to be born in a land like this. Yes, we don't have no snow, sunshine through and through. White sun and me too. Be glad that Jamaica me born and grow. Jamaica nice boy, Jamaica nice boy. Yeah, they're nice. Yes, indeed, it's a Jamaican explosion, and you're in tune to Pastor Rob on a Monday evening. Welcome once again to Jamaican Explosion, and it's my pleasure to be here with you this evening. And folks, we got quite a show planned for you this evening. I'm glad you're able to join me this evening. I have Mr. Garfield McCook, founder of the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition, and alongside Doxology and Ernil Earlton, and they'll be stopping by here to just tell me how they're enjoying their win. I had an opportunity to witness them on last Saturday evening at the Atlanta Jamaica Association Ball. And I'm telling you, when they came on stage, folks, I'm telling you right now, I almost danced out of my white suit. But anyways, it was a great evening, and I am just so glad to know and to be of these folks. And well, you know, there's always genius around us all the time. Genius around us all the time. Sometimes we see certain folks and we take them for granted, but we don't realize that there are geniuses amongst us. And I have to say that about Mr. Garfield McCook, who is my first person that I will bring on the screens with me this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome himself, Mr. Gary G. Okay, the man that wants to sound like Barry G. Hey, welcome to Jamaican Explosion on a Monday evening, sir. How are you?
Doing good, Pastor Rob. How are you doing?
Hey, man, I am still getting down from Saturday night and all of the fun and the festivities that we had down there. And I'm going to tell you right now, when Doxology and Earl and Ayrton and Doxology took the stage, my God, that place just erupted on Saturday night. Okay, so you're doing a very great job, sir. But let me talk to you a little bit, Mr. Gary Garfield. How are things going with the GI? I always get the letters mixed up of the Jamaica International Independent Foreign Song Competition. How are things going?
Going good, Pastor Rob. It's our fourth year, so there has been growth. Sometimes you want a child to grow up a little faster, but sometimes they grow slow, and then you're surprised to see how this guy gets to 7 feet. So I think that's us. So we're growing.
Yes, and that is good. That is good that you sense growth. And this is my thing, Garfield. Anything that is worthwhile, it's worthwhile waiting on. It's patience. It gets better every year. Every year since I've been in coming out to the shows, they get better. The quality of the competition has gotten better, and the presentation, because if you're eating a plate of food, right? Okay, it's the presentation that helps it. So when you present your thing professionally and you present your thing the right way, you make it appetizing. So, Mr. Gary, let me ask this question here. So, how did you, for those that are that will be tuning in now or tuning a little later when they're watching the show, how did you actually get started doing GIF?
Well, back in 2017, I actually had intentions of entering the festival song competition in Jamaica. And I kind of wanted some clarification on the rules and regulations. And I communicated to them via email for about 3 years. without any response. So I thought enough was enough. So I met with some folks here and said, you know what? Let's see if we can have our own competition, but in order not to compete with them, but to complement them, we decided that the artists must be Jamaican born, living in the diaspora, or artists of Jamaican descent living in the diaspora. So that was our first criteria, not to compete with JCDC, because we still respect them. We respect all the folks down there. It's been going on for a long time. So that's how we started. And so we launched December 20th, 2020. And the first, this first GIFs was actually the July that year, which was COVID restrictions. So we couldn't have it in a theater like we have now. So we had a selective group of folks over by Caribbean Live Television Studio. And that's where we started back in 2021.
Wow, that's great, huh? So you started in COVID, and how was the reception now that you've been doing it several years, and you've gone back to Jamaica? How are they receiving you down there? I saw some articles in the Observer and the Gleaner and so forth like that. So because we would like to know, even as media personalities in the Atlanta area, we have certain links down there in Jamaica too. I would like to let them know, and to I just encourage everyone, because this is just a class act, and everybody should just be jumping on this right now.
Yeah, well, I think they still have not received us as yet, as we had expected. But we're going to forge forward, because it's in the last 4 years, we've had about 60 artists in the diaspora who have been have gotten that platform, because we're here to provide a platform so they can showcase their talent during the Jamaica Independence Celebration. So that in itself is an achievement, because there are folks there who never had the platform, who even thought of going back and just could not. So we're doing well in that regard. But in terms of them coming and embracing us, that is still to come. You have these movies coming to you soon, so we'll just operate under that coming to you soon. And hopefully they'll come on board. We can't give up. A lot of time people want to see you give up, but if we just stand ground, I think eventually they'll come on board.
Yes, and I think so too, and I think they're taking notice of the quality production that you're putting on, GIF competitors and contestants that you are attracting, and the word's getting back, So they have no. I will say this to you, Mr. Cook. They have no choice but to join along or get left behind.
I agree with that. I agree. And Pastor Rob, every year, the quality music. This year was the toughest year, I think. I mean, I cannot get too much involved in opinion on the artists who are entering. I leave that up to the judge. I have to kind of hold back my emotions sometimes. But this year was superb. I mean, we had 3 top songs going into that anyone could have won. And I always say, whoever wins is the song that should have won.
That's right. That is right. Okay, and so we commend you, and tell us a bit about yourself, Gary, because I know you're a businessman in the Atlanta, Metro Atlanta area, and I am always impressed with folks that are that come out of the business world and come into the media world, because I'm one of those persons. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself in your personal life, so to speak, in your
Well, so right now I have been a real estate broker for about 22 years. Left New York 23 years ago. Came here, not migrated, moved here, and have my real estate brokerage here and in New York. But I'm licensed in any state that anyone out there wants a house, I am. And I bought a property in Kennesaw for the real estate, and then in 2008 decided that we should do some more with that property. And we transferred the property into a personal care home. So the real estate office is still there. We
Okay.
transferred in a personal care home, started off with 3 residents, and we're now licensed for 12 residents. The music came along a couple of years ago. So my hope is to hopefully sooner than later move on from the personal care home and concentrate on the entertainment and music aspect. Because as I say, this is I'm in my final third of my life, and I got to do things now that I always wanted to do when I was much younger.
Wow, and you're doing a very great job of it. And I'm pretty sure, without pretty sure it will get to the levels that you wanna. It's already. I saw you Saturday night bouncing around, like a proud daddy.
Yeah, and interestingly, when we started this song, the competition, I said to my guy in Jamaica who does most of the recordings for me, I said, I need a big tune.
Yes.
For this, and he sent me a recording, and I said, no, this needs some words to it. So I had to go back and put the words "Gimme Jamaica" to it, and because I can't enter the competition, I have to have a song that is a theme song that is relevant every time.
Yes.
So "Gimme Jamaica" was born as a result of that.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So that's good, Mr. Garfield, and over the years now, you have had a chance to experience the different contestants, and let us know how you come by the winners. The winner, the winner. So it's the first set. I think it's first, second, and third place winner. Okay,
Yes.
let us know who determines that and when is that determined.
Okay, so let me start off. First, we open entries in February. So entries go through the beginning of February to April each year. And by the 15th of May, we have a committee that we look through and select the top 12 songs. From there, we have fan participation from around the world. And the fans, their vote will help to propel their favorite artists to the top 7. So 5 points, 5% comes through. So it's 5%, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the judges, gets involved there. And so we choose the final 7 by the end of June. And then July now is when we start giving earplay, interviews, and all that stuff. And then on the night of the event final, we have a 5 or 6. This year we had 6 judges that to determine the winner, because I've listened to competitions in the past, even our own competition in Jamaica, and it's more a popularity thing. So if you have a guy out there who is popular, his song may not be the best, but he's a popular. And the person with the background who is more subdued and everything and has the quality song may not be the winner. So we thought that it was best to have industry professionals who are listening to those songs on that night and judging them. And performance is very, very critical on the night of the event, because when they send in the songs, Pastor Rob, it's something from a studio where you can go and tweak and peak and all the other stuff.
Yes,
so you have to bring it. And this year, Ernest brought it. And that's why he's been very, very great song, very relevant song at a time in Jamaica's history, that Jamaica Nice.
Yes. And every now and then, though, we have to just be reminded of Jamaica Nice,
There you go.
And as I even listen back the lyrics, I could hear some of the great things about Jamaica, and I think it was just well put together. I'm not sure who wrote the song, but I guess I'll find that out as I go along. But whoever wrote those lyrics, as a person myself who have been in the music business for years, I thought those lyrics were very well put together and very well sequenced and presented during the song.
And in all our 4 years, I must say, the first winner, Labi Luja out of Canada, Certified Yardie, very appropriate song for our first year, because we had to have something of substance, something that people can say, this is not a little pian competition.
That's right, correct.
So that was good. The next year it was Irie, another great song. And last year, Jamaican in Me by Leon Letonic Denton. And so here we have at number 4 this year, none other than Ernell Erlington and Doxology.
Okay, well, folks, you are in tune to Jamaican Explosion, and this is Pastor Rob on a Monday evening. I'm glad some folks have already joined us. And what I want these folks to do is to make sure you go to the chat overlay today, and I send out a YouTube link. And if you would like to speak to us, we are on the here, and you could send chats out if you want to speak to Mr. McCook, or you don't want to say big up Mr. McCook, or you want to say big up Ernell, or big up different folks that are coming on. I'll turn the chat overlay on, and you'll see the chat come down the screen as we have the show go along. Okay, let's get back to the show. Yes, Mr. McCook, man, you're doing a great thing in the area, man. As usual, always representing, and we give you your kudos. It was our pleasure to present to you the Atlanta an award from the Atlanta Jamaica from the Caribbean Awards that we had in February, and you are well deserving. Okay, but without any further ado, let's kind of listen to the song, because some songs when you play them, they're just catching. And you cannot get one dose of them. When you play them every time, you have to play them over again. So let's see. Before we bring Mr. Erlington on, let's play one more time, okay? Gotta get it going here pretty soon. All right. Once again. All right, let me re-cue it up and come back in a second here, and we will have it going for you right here, MP3 style.
Jamaica. Land of wood and water. Represent Jamaica nice. Jamaica nice. Yeah, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice. Really, really nice. Jamaica, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Yes, we are kings of. Yes, that's a national dish. Yes, some can only wish to be born in a land like this. Yes, we don't have no snow, sunshine through and through. White sun and me too. Be glad that Jamaica me born and grow. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy. Yeah, you're nice.
Yes, indeed.
You're nice. Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jamaica, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Yes, we love me cooler and peer. Yes. Wash it down with a red stripe here. Yes. Independent, we gone clear. If you love it, put you one in the ear. Yes. We have the coolest breeze.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Of course. And guess who just joined us here on the Jamaican Explosion screens? Mr. Ernell Erlington, the leader of Doxology. And welcome to the Jamaican Explosion stages on a Monday evening. How are you, sir?
Doing well, thank you. Doing well.
Very good. It's my pleasure to have you here, and I must say congratulations of you as you come on this evening. And I know you've been in the business for quite a while. I had an opportunity to go back and do some research on you, and saw you in 2019 down in Jamaica. And yes. Pastor Rob does his research, man. Don't worry.
I see.
So you've been doing this for quite a while, huh?
Yes.
I know that you are you primarily a gospel artist?
That's correct.
You are primarily a gospel artist, of course, And I like this about gospel artists who love the culture and can come over and do a culture song, yes, and then we just go sit up back into the gospel.
That's right.
You kind of remind me of Pastor Robin, because Pastor was a pastor. but I'm also a media person. So every now and then I jump out in the media area, and we have to show people that because we're ministers and ministers of music, and that doesn't mean that we don't love a culture. Doesn't mean we can go there and pop a big skank.
Yes.
Okay, so Ernie Lowry, tell me how you got started in this.
You know, I want to piggyback on something you just said.
Yes, sir. Yes,
on
sir.
the stage that night with us, there was an actual pastor that was on the stage.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, really?
I'm not gonna call the pastor's name because I don't want to be called out like that. But we literally had a pastor. We were backstage praying and stuff.
Oh, praise God! Praise God! Praise God!
So, yeah, but the journey goes way back, man. Because my father, Mr. Elijah Earlington, we call him Father. You know, was a musician. He's still alive, thank God. He's in New Jersey. I'm blessed to have him. You know, last April on his birthday, April 10th, I flew up and gave him a surprise. But all of this, I mean, the whole of it come from him. You know, it was my influence as a little boy watching him play in the Temple Heights Youth Club. He was a guitar player and he played for other artists in the past. So it was me just wanting to be like my father. You know?
Okay.
So then the church. So then the church kind of when they realized I could play, the church kind of grabbed onto me. The City Mission Church up in the Montoba area, you know, and then they really kind of threw me into everything. 12-year-old boy and everybody's in their 40s and 50s, and I'm singing with them. You know, so my molding starts, the influence starts from my father, molding in the church, high school. So, you know, I started my first group when I was about 21 years old.
Yes.
You know, and that was the Angelic Inspirators. Hopefully I'm getting, Angelic Inspirators. And after that, I found the Agape Band in New York.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I've been doing this music. I've been doing production. I recorded my first album, my only album, in 19, I don't remember, 91, somewhere around there. And I have not recorded another album, but I've recorded with a lot of people and for a lot of people. You know, I even have a song with an artist that that got a Grammy nomination. So yeah, and then here comes Doxology that I had started over some 10 years ago, and it kind of faded out. The Lord had me put it down for a while, and then just came back one time in my spirit and said, you need to start it right back up. So then we started back up with this group that you're seeing now, and the rest is history. Because I'm telling you, this group, matter of fact, we touring already, and you know, out there with background vocals and stuff for some great artists. So we doing good, and God has just been gracious to us. And then there comes Mr. McCook, and I'm going to leave it right there for the rest of the question.
Oh, well, you know, I just love to see those that dedicate themselves to the Lord's work and how he shows up. And when he shows up in the believers, he not only shows up, but he shows out. Yes. And I think you crossing over into the cultural arena. And I was up there, man, and I was up there Saturday night, and when the song coming on, I was just listening to the lyrics and it in the boxes, and then I said, my God, man, that song, you know, a wicked song, man. This song could have take all Jamaica on a storm. You know, at Garfield, I think them running it up. Because them realize there's serious things. No, man, serious things you're carrying on with, man. Yeah, so, you know, I love your presentation. Loved your presentation on Saturday evening, and it was just right. It was right. I'm telling you, I commend you on that. And when I did my research, I found out that your father was the one that was actually your inspirer. Yes. And you know, it's always good when your parents are involved. And do you is he still alive, or are you still? Does he still perform?
My father is very much alive, thank God. He's in Jersey. Okay. He doesn't do music anymore. He just sit back and watch me do it. My youngest brother also was doing very well in the music business. He got sick, unfortunately, and the Lord took him home. at the age of 35. But he was really, really doing well. Matter of fact, me and Mr. Roy Rain was talking about him the other night because he knew him very well.
Very good.
But yes, still the question about my daddy, he's still alive. I lost my mom in 2007.
Sorry to hear.
Thank you, sir. But daddy, we don't call him daddy, we call him father. Still alive and still doing well, thank God. Still strong and
Very
doing well. Yes.
Very good. Well, let's kind of introduce different members of Doxology right here, and tell me how the relationships kind of got started and so forth like that. Let's bring on here she is, the lady herself, Latoya, the manager, and welcome to Jamaican Explosion Screens this evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure to have you guys here with us this evening, and I just love your presentation and your production and so forth like that. So tell me, Ernest, how did you meet this young lady here?
Well, good. Thanks for that question, sir. So there was another young man that I was managing, doing some recording. Was doing some serious recording for this young man, and I said to him, God has put it in my spirit to really start this band back. I said, I need some vocals, I need some background singers, because he needed some harmony on the track.
Yes.
And he invited me to his church to come and listen to one particular singer that he thought was just an amazing singer. And I tell the pastor, people can't choose vocalists for me because I specialize in vocals.
Wow.
I went and I sat in the audience and I listened.
Yes.
And I didn't know who he was talking about because he didn't give me no name or nothing.
Yes.
So when I left it in the night, I called him back and I said, look, the girl that came up, the young lady that came up and sang when the lady in the red dress called and said to come up and sing. I said, her, I'd like to meet her. And that person was Latoya. So while I met Latoya and was having a conversation with her, I said, there's another young lady that I heard. I don't know who it is because I don't know anybody. Everybody was a total stranger to me. I said, there's somebody that's singing a real pretty soprano. I have no idea who it was. I need you to bring me that person as well. And she did bring two people to the audition.
Yes.
And when I listened to, I was listening, and I'm like, somebody's feelings gonna get hurt because I only need one, and I have to find out one.
Yeah.
So when Adia opened up her mouth, I'm like, that's her.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's her. And unfortunately, I have to tell the other person, that these are the people that I'm choosing. So that was Latoya and Adia. And then Shante sang with me for a long time. She kind of dropped off the map because of college, and I happened to go to a church one time and ran into her, and I introduced her to Latoya and said, hey, I would love Shante to come and join us. And she interviewed her, talked to her, auditioned her, and she brought her on board. At this point, I told Latoya, well, no, you're doing a great job. I'm not good at managing stuff. I just want to control the music, deal with the music, do the recording. So you're the manager for the band. She looked at me like I was crazy. She's like, how am I going to be the manager for the band? You are the manager. I said, you are the manager for the band. And I won't take no for an answer. So she became the manager. And then, of course, we auditioned. Andrea, we call her Reach. She don't like that. But she auditioned her. And the rest is history. Am I missing anybody? There she is. Andrea, how you doing? So that's Adia, Shante, and Andrea. And, of course, manager Latoya. And that's how it all came together.
Wow, what a story! What a story! The backgrounds was killing.
The wicked man.
A lot of people, listen to the lead vocal, but when you are kind of you're trained in music, you also recognize whether or not you have a good backup crew. And I know they're not just backup crews because I'm pretty sure they could step out and do their individual tunes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Indeed.
the harmony in the background was killing on that song.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, family on the and the little skit that they were doing on stage, they're acting it out and everything like that. Boy, you had a sometimes in Jamaica, we remember you used to play cricket, Gary.
Yes.
You said
Yes.
we will hit that one there for what, six.
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 Six. Six.
Put on the ball pop, boom.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So
Out the park.
Yeah.
yeah, so the thing going on for real. But all right, let's listen to these young ladies right now. So of course, Latoya, speak to
Yes.
me now. Speak to me about your experience, where you've been, and doxology and so forth.
All right. So for me, my mom was a singer. She sang with a few groups back home until she eventually found herself in the Grace Trillers back in the days.
Wow.
My daddy played guitar, so he was a musician.
Yes.
And so now here comes the one child that the union produces, and the one child just come automatically with the voice. And
Mm,
so I have been singing in church for a very long time. The first song I can remember singing in church, I was about 6 years old. No, you don't have to serve the devil. No, you
mm,
don't have to live in sin. My God sent Jesus, so open your hearts and let him in. That's the very first song I sang when I was about that age. And
mm.
ever since, I have been singing in church, on the choir. And, one day a particular sister at church came to me and she said, "You have such a great ministry. Why don't you go into the studio and record?" And I'm like, I don't know where to go. At the time, I believed that my gift, and I still do believe that my gift will make room for me. So whoever
Yes, yes,
wants to record will
yes.
find me.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, many years later, um, Brother Ernil came to church. He saw me. They had called me to do testimony, and he heard me, and the rest is history.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yes.
Great
Okay.
testimony.
So you yourself came from a family, and
Yeah.
I'm getting a theme running here of families that pass it down through generations, and I think I heard you mention Grace Trillers.
Yes.
Really though,
Yes.
seriously though.
Yes.
Yeah. So how was that like? What was that
Wait,
like? Hmm.
I mean, growing up, well, I wasn't born at the time when she was singing with the Grace Drillers, but
Okay.
growing up in church, I hear
Mhm.
my mom sing all the time, and my dad would play the guitar.
Yes.
And it was just like a perfect duo. She would raise any song. She could sing anything.
Hmm.
I remember she telling me that while in the Grace Trillers, she predominantly sung a note called Descan. I had to ask Ernell the other day, what is Descan? And he explained that it's a range between, I guess, the soprano and the alto, but it's a middle range. So she
Yeah.
predominantly sung that range. And it was just always a pleasure just to sit and listen to mommy sing. And when she sing with the anointing behind it, and daddy would play his fingers off, you know. So it was just always a pleasure, just to experience that. And now my children are experiencing me doing the same thing.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's
And I
wonderful.
should add that I
Uh-huh.
have a love for the bass guitar, so I am learning how to play the bass guitar right now. One day we're probably gonna have a all female doxology players, because Andrea plays drums and keys, Shantae plays drums, Adia. We gonna work on Adia with something.
Ooh, all female, huh?
Yes.
Oh wow! I can't wait for that day. It's gonna be something else right here.
Yeah.
When you come with that. Okay, ladies, talk to me. Talk to me. Adia, how you doing this evening? How are you this evening?
Hello, I'm good.
Okay, just good.
I'm great.
Okay, not blessed, highly favored,
That
and all that good stuff.
all of
Yeah. So, how are you enjoying this, young lady? I think we kind of lost her. She kind of lost her screen there for a little while. So we'll bring her back when she come back. Okay. I'm asking you, how are you enjoying this? Are you hearing me? Okay, I think she's having a little problem there with that. I'll go to the next person right here and wait until she gets her. Andrea, how are you?
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm doing well. How are you?
Very good, very good. Andrea, what's your last name?
Manning. Manning.
And am I pronouncing it right, or is in
It's
Jamaica?
Andrea Manning.
Okay, in Jamaica we say Andrea. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually Andrea.
Andrea, yes,
Andrea.
sir.
Yes, 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 yes. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, a little about me. My story is not as interesting as Latoya's, but um, I've been singing in church my whole entire life. I'm young, but I grew up in the choir.
Mm-hmm.
Actually stated before, I am a musician. I've been playing since I was about, I would say, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started. And how I got into this band, I've known Latoya for years.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually has known me since I was 8 years old. And she reached out to me last year and said they were looking for a third vocalist. And that's when I tried out. And then I was on the team, and it's been history ever since. It's been a fun ride. We've got to experience a lot of things, and I've had a lot of exposure, so it's been fun traveling and singing at different events. And so that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So now that you are a superstar,
Okay.
and Mr. McCook have taken you around to several different shows within the last couple of weeks and so forth like that. Poor Pastor Rob had to wait his turn, but that's all right. That's all right. Now that you have had a little taste of what success feels like, how do you feel?
I feel good. Like I said, it's a learning experience for me.
Yes.
Um, I can see now how things are behind the scenes,
Yes.
um, and what it takes to get certain things in place and for things to be successful. So yeah, that's it's been good.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you're not just looking at the singing, but you're looking at how things are being put together. So
Yes.
you have some management in you coming, huh? The managerial
I don't
skills there
know.
that you're working on.
We'll see about that.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So, what has been your most interesting experience of this entire thing since it started?
My most
Your fondest thing.
okay. I think it would be traveling and singing behind Golda McFarlane. I think that has been the most fun event for me so thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just amazing just seeing the different crowds and how they get so excited and just seeing the way of worship with everyone. So that's been a very fun experience. Traveling back and forth, it makes me feel important.
Yes, but in
You are
particular.
important.
In particular, I was speaking about the festival competition song.
Oh, okay.
How has this experience been since you have now the big stages and the limelight?
This experience has been amazing.
Yes.
I believe 2 weeks ago when we were on stage, it reminded me of American Idol and
Wow.
how they wait to hear the judges, their
Yes.
remarks after.
Mhm.
So that was a great experience. I was a little nervous, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. From even the gala, I didn't know that after, you win, then you'll sing somewhere else. And I never knew that. It was a great experience.
Okay. So tell me something now, and you're gonna tell me it. What do you think about this guy them called Makuk? Tell me too. Don't hold anything back, Just tell me about this. the,
Okay.
the superstar promoter. And if you give him a chance, he will sing your song to you.
Yeah, indeed.
So you're asking me?
Anyone want to
Oh,
answer?
okay.
What has been your
Take Andrea,
experience?
take it away.
Yes, sir. Yes, go ahead, sir.
No, I was telling Andrea to take it away.
Oh,
Latoya, you want to speak on it? Hmm?
I think
Okay.
he's brilliant, to come up with something like this. I love
Yes,
music,
yes,
and I think this is a great idea. So I think he's a great inventor.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and let me ask you because I hear the accent. Have you actually been back to Jamaica or at any time?
So my parents are Jamaican.
Okay,
I go to Jamaica every year though, so I'm
yeah.
pretty familiar with Jamaica.
So you are Jamaican.
I'm Jamaican. I was born in New Jersey.
That's all right. Jamaicans are running things now, so don't worry yourself.
Yes, we
Mhm.
are.
My boys actually went back to Jamaica and they sent for my birth certificate a couple of months ago. So why you guys want my birth certificate? They said they soon tell me. You should have took with
That's
two
funny.
Jamaican passports. I said, what? Jamaicans are identifying with the island, and we love that. And also making their mark in the diaspora. So we just want to encourage you on keep doing what you're doing. Okay. All right. Did I miss anyone? Did I not speak with anyone?
Well, you haven't spoken to Shante yet.
Dante.
Shante, yeah,
Hmm.
Shante.
Shante,
Energy.
All right, Shante. How are you, Shante?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Me already. I'm saying it's just when I'm amongst good people and good and great fun and so forth like that, it just brings the best out of me. So it's good to see you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um, well, my name is Shantae. um, actually, I started singing when he first started doxology. But then, I mean, as he said earlier, I had to go to college, so we kind of fell out. And after that, we saw each other at and I was singing and he looked at me like I did him wrong. Like I haven't been keeping in touch with him or nothing like that. So he pulled me to the side and he was like, Shante, what's going on? What did I do? So that's how I came back into doxology. That's how I met Latoya. That's how I met Dia and Andrea. And it's been a ride ever since.
Okay, very good, very good. What's has been your favorite experience so far?
This in like another interview, but so far has been watching
Mhm.
Latoya and Andrea try to learn how to rock to this song in rehearsal. That has had to be like that's my most fondest memory with everything going on.
And so you think she learned how to do it? Latoya, did you learn how to do it?
I eventually got it.
Okay, all right. I want to see whether or not Latoya actually do it. So we're gonna put some people backstage so far, and I'm gonna see uh Latoya.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to put Shanti. They have to bring her back up because she's the one involved in this conversation here. So okay, Mr. Cooks, let's get these three people here. Okay, all right. So let me see you rock now. I want to see if you can rock. Did you get the rock?
I
Come
did
on.
eventually get it.
All right. Okay.
She did. I did eventually got it.
I think you got it. I think you got it. I think you got it. Okay. Don't be shy, on Jamaican explosion. Jamaican explosion, we are all Jamaicans and we just let it hang loose. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's rock. Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's bring everybody back on stage now. Arnold, what do you think of our rock? How's our rock doing? You think she get it?
I personally think she didn't get it. Yeah, but that's Shantae's job. Shante is the one that's doing the dance moves. And I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want him to start telling me to do dance moves because I got two left foot me up.
So, well, your vocals are carry the swing, so you know what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about that. Andrea, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Jamaican Explosion. Oh, okay, okay. So, what do you think about the rock?
I think The Rock is cool. I think eventually we got it. You know.
Okay, very good, very
Yeah.
good, very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're
Her
just
and
joining,
Latoya had
if you're just joining me this evening, I have with me today the winners of the GIF competition. Uh, the worldwide GIF competition, and they're on screen with me today. Also have Mr. Gary McCook, um, who is the founder of all this good fun that we're having. And I like the way he sets it up and he places it at the beginning of the festival season, the festival season, and it just takes it all the way through to the independence celebrations that we just came off on the weekend there. So Mr. McCook is definitely a genius, and it's just been my pleasure to have you all here. And just would like to know what your next moves are. Gary, what's your next move?
Well, before I go on to the next move, I mean, it's interesting that the competition was set up for Jamaicans or folks of Jamaican descent, so we can keep our cultural vibes going. And here we have two young ladies, Shantae and
Yeah.
Andrea, or three, yeah.
Okay.
So what we have set out to do is it's happening.
Uh-huh.
I always a big up Shantae because we were in another place, and I didn't know Shantae wasn't born in Jamaica because she said the part was
You
good.
sound like a Jamaican,
And
right?
and the
Yeah.
energy, her energy. I keep talking about her energy. Just a cool, all of them cool, but that
Yes.
little one there, she bad.
Yes, man.
So Pastor Rob, yes, we just hope that folks will get in tune with what we're doing. Sponsorship is very important. We're at jiifsc.com. So
Mhm.
the artists themselves, they're gonna be going out, and we're gonna try and get them on many platforms as possible.
Yes, sir.
We have our volume 2 GIFs coming up, which is called GIFs Regals, and
All right.
most likely the Ernell song and the other two songs will be on that second EP. So we're looking forward to that. We're just waiting for VPAL or whoever it is that's going to do it to come back and say, hey, yes, we have selected these songs to put on the EP. So just great things. Thank you, Pastor Rob, for the opportunity. And big ups, and remember, Jamaica nice anywhere you go.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
right.
And as you can see, the GIF website is available. The GIF's Facebook page, GIF's YouTube channel, to contact Mr. Garfield McCook. And I'm telling everyone out here that's listening, you might as well start practice from this year for next year. Because before you know it, next year roll around,
Yep.
and the competition will be available again. So we want to make sure that anyone that's listening this evening, uh, get in touch with Mr. McCook for next year, and try to give Ernell and the a doxology some competition next year, right? Because this year them just gone clear.
Them better come good.
What they said?
Them
What
better
they
come good.
said?
Can we start? Listen, a gentleman called me the other day that was at the event. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
I was saying a gentleman called me the other day that was at the event and said, listen, you have to come back and declare your title. I said, what? He said, yes, you have to come back and declare your title. He said one more thing. I didn't know what it mean, but I didn't ask him. He said, there's blood in the water. So
Mm,
I don't know what that
mm,
means. I didn't ask him, but
mm.
I'm taking it as a sign as we have to come back and declare the title. So whoever want to come, tell them come.
You know what I tell him, Maryland, Ernell,
Yeah,
just as long as it's the blood of Jesus, we are right.
that's right. That's right.
Because we covered it, you know what I'm saying? Tell them
Indeed.
that theology covered. Tell them that
Indeed.
Ernell covered. When Pastor
Covered, man.
preach on you on the show.
We covered. We covered.
Yes,
I know
yes.
you didn't get a chance to speak to Miss
Adia.
Blair. She's back now.
She's back? Okay, all right.
Yes.
Very good idea. All right, let's get her here. Because we don't want nobody miss out, You can't
Yeah.
stay from Jamaican exposure. I'm never show your face. How are you doing, young lady?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Very good. Tell us a little about yourself.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I've been singing since I was a little girl. My parents don't sing. My sister from my father's side, she's a Jamaican artist. And my cousin from my mother's side, he's a Jamaican artist too, but they're not in gospel. But I've always been in church since I was a little girl. And I moved down here and I went to church with Sister Latoya and Andrea. And I was 15 on the Big People Choir. So, yeah, Big People Choir. Then I was youth choir leader. I was on the praise team. I was just everything that involved singing. I had to be on it because they wanted me on it. And then one anniversary, Ernell saw us, and that was it.
Okay, wow. And are you enjoying the experience so far?
I am. I'm enjoying it a lot, actually.
Okay, okay, okay.
And
So
Pastor Rob, I want to ask the Ernell, what's doxology? What's it mean again, Ernell?
Run with it, Latoya. Take that for me.
So doxology is giving praises to whom all blessing flow. That's all we do. Just give praises to God.
Okay.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Thank you
good,
for
Mr.
asking that
Garfield, because that's one of
question.
the questions that I had to ask too, because I look it up. Oh, what a wonderful declaration.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
A wonderful declaration. You know
Indeed.
that we could just give praise. And speaking about that, I just want to let someone know that on Sunday, September 15th, at Caribbean Live TV Studios at 6 to 254 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain. We will be having an international evening of praise. And that's my brainchild. That's ever since I came back to start doing radio and video, I always wanted to have a evening where the artists within the area could just, the selected artists could just get together and let's just have a praise party, so to speak. So I build up enough courage now to step out, taking my lead from the great Garfield.
Too funny.
Everybody, you have to corner your niche, If
Mm.
that's your niche right there, you have to corner your niche. You have to get in a niche. The niche, as the Americans say, we say niche at Jamaica, but that's all right.
Mm.
You get into your niche, and I would like to see some representative of doxology and early Arlington. And then, them early up,
Mhm. Yeah, man.
I was trying to pronounce the name today. I said some Jamaican people get that area.
Yes.
But I don't think I've ever heard those two. Yes, I looked it up and there was a white gentleman that came up with the very same name. But that was the only one I had there. Garfield, you had something to say?
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm inviting you guys to come down that evening and just represent. I'm saying, because we do a lot of things secularly within the area, and people come out and they say, Pastor Rob, wagwan. We hear you upon this and we hear you upon this, but we are doing for the what are you doing for the gospel community? What are you doing for the kingdom community? So I have begun to put together the first international evening of praise, and it will be at Caribbean Live TV. And I'm taking my steps again from the great Garfield, because I understand that's also where Jeff started, right? So
Right.
like for doxology and Ernell to come by and help us that evening to kick this great show off that's coming within the Atlanta area. Okay?
Yeah, Pastor Rob,
Yeah.
careful now. Ernell don't go nowhere without doxology.
Yeah.
He don't go
Well,
nowhere without me.
I
So
want to, I want to say, I want to tell you early, so you're the last person who because I don't already ask whom if ask.
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I don't already put it through the management and stuff like that. So we're
Yes,
gonna have a
sir.
good evening,
Mhm.
it's a pleasure.
Yes.
It has
Yeah.
been a pleasure having you all here with me this evening. Thank you, Mr. McCook, for giving me the opportunity to interview these great folks, and I'll be keeping up with you all as you make your way. One thing I needed to ask Mr. Garfield is, will they be making tours in Jamaica?
Well, that's where sponsorship comes up. That's our goal. And I can say now, our goal is once we get the sponsorship right, because for the past 4 years, is a
Mhm.
thing called mainly self-sponsoring. And when I check my pocket, it's really low. So I got to rebuild that. But we intend, one of the things, Pastor Rob, what we're hoping that a time will come when our winners here will go to Jamaica and perform with theirs, and then the next year we alternate. So that's the goal, because JCDC is promoting Jamaica brand. JIIFSC is promoting Jamaica brand. So
Yes.
that's the intention. But again, if sponsors are listening out there, the only way we can do it is with sponsorship.
Okay. So
we're looking-
I would like to let you know that there's a villa that my family owns in Montego Bay, and let's talk some things when you're ready for move. Okay?
There you go.
Yeah, but let's talk, because this is just too good for we keep it all to ourselves right here. So. You know, and the song I tell we said Jamaica nice.
Yeah.
And I talk about Aki and the saltfish, and I bring up Jamaica in such a way that Jamaica need to be appreciating all this great talent in the diaspora. I'm a very big diaspora person, and I think just as well as we have talent in Jamaica, we have just similarly great talent in the diaspora. And if we could mix them together, what I think Jamaica are really nice, huh?
Yes.
Jamaica nice.
So thank you guys for stopping by once here again. And let's hear the song as we leave out today.
Jamaica. Yeah, land of wood and water. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy.
There you go.
You're nice. Jamaica, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jamaica, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Yes, we are can saltfish. Yes, that's our national dish. Yes, some can only wish to be born in a land like this.
Yes,
we don't have no snow. Sunshine through and through. White sand and we too. We glad that Jamaica me born and grow. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy. Yeah, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jamaica, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Yes, me love me puller and peer. Yes. Wash it down with a red stripe beer. Yes. Independent, we gone clear. If you love me, put you one in the ear. Yes. We have the coolest breeze. We'll leap for fruit trees. Record and stew peas. No problem in the West Indies. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy. Yeah, you're nice. Jam down, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jam down, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Why? This a island sweet. Creator of the nice reggae beat. Creator of the patty and the yard bread and gizzard that we eat. Innovative island. We turn we hand and make fashion. We a leader, we no follower. We island liquor, but we talawa. Jamaica nice, boy.
Oh yes, indeed.
Jamaica nice, boy. Yeah, you're nice. Jam down, you're nice.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is Jamaican Explosion, and you're in tune to Pastor Rob on a Monday evening. Wow. What a beautiful interview with some beautiful people this evening. Erlen Errolton and the GIF winners, along with Doxology. And folks, if you haven't had a chance to see them in action, make it a date. Make sure you go down and check them out. Competition put on by Mr. Garfield McCook, and what a great job he is doing in the Atlanta area, taking it all out to the world. And of course, we just had a ball down at the Atlanta Jamaica Association ball this past weekend, and I saw Doxology perform. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I had to get on my dancing shoes and do some pasta steps and pasta dance and so forth like that. Okay, so Mr. Arnell Harrelton. Good evening to you, and we look forward to having you back with us again at another time. Okay, so I have my gentleman that's coming on here, KB and Brown, but KB, I'm gonna hold on just for a little bit because guess who I have that gonna stop by here all the way from Jamaica today to tell me a little bit about the Olympics. None other than a great Jamaican Olympic star. Okay, I got her at the last moment, and I said I have to put her on. I have to put her on. And Aline Bailey, how are
Um,
you?
I'm doing good.
Welcome to Jamaican Explosion.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for taking the time. And a lot of folks don't probably know about Aline. And Aline is a former gold medalist Olympian and also world champion from back in the days. Aline, tell us a little bit about yourself and so forth like that on Jamaican Explosion this evening.
So I am Aline Bailey. I was born and raised in a little district called Bacchuswood in St. Mary. My older brother is Capleton. I've been running. I've been run, I've been
Okay.
running track since I was about 10. I went to Vertech, went to Barton County Community College, graduated from the University of South Carolina, won the double at NCs in 2003. And then 2004 Athens, we won the 4x1 relay, and then have been in a couple more Jamaican teams and World Championship 2009. So I think that's about me. I'm currently living in South Carolina, and I coach track, and I do elderly care.
Okay, all right. So you're actually in this country right now.
Yeah, I'm in
Mhm.
South Carolina.
Okay, all right. So we have experienced.
A drought.
That's what you call it. We are experiencing a drought.
Yes.
What are your opinions?
It's I think it's like every cycle. I think it's like
Mhm.
every cycle, like we're kind of like lizard that change when it grows, it changes its skin, and something new comes out of it. So I think that's what we're going through, because we had a dry spell between Merlene and our and
Yes,
then 2004.
yes,
So then Veronica and us and the relay team, then we started progressing. Then Usain came along, and Johan, and then Shelly came right after that, Elaine, Sharika. So we're a blessed country. So we had that for a while. And it's just that this time where, God always reset. And
yes,
sometimes, I think sometimes he has to humble us. Because I
yes.
think sometimes us as we get away ahead of ourselves, and
Yeah,
sometimes we get away from God and stuff. So and Jamaica is a blessed country, so
yes.
it's been going through a process. I think this is just God's way of like humbling us for a little bit, but it won't be for too long. Um, because Tia is coming up,
Yeah,
Kimba,
yeah,
Alana.
yeah,
So we have a couple of, and Seville is still good to go. He just
yes.
Kishane is there, so it's
Yeah.
a rebuilding.
And I totally agree with you. It's a changing of the guard, so to speak, and we have to experience that in order to grow.
Yes,
And it also cools the egos off. You know what I'm saying? Settle the
yes,
egos for a little bit because
yeah.
now
Because we both say bad.
you know we are ready. You know how we think. No?
Yeah.
As old people say, if I egg, we are feeling at the red. You know what I'm saying? As they say, if I egg, we are feeling at the red. You know
I
what I'm
think that
saying?
already. Yes,
And,
and
and
that's
we,
us.
and we have been in the red for quite a number of years,
Yeah.
which we as Jamaicans can be proud of for many years. And starting even back from your crew coming all the way down, just been dominating, dominating, dominating. And
Mhm.
I commend you and the earlier crew for setting the pace, for setting
Yes.
the pace, letting us know that we, as a little country, we're little but with Talawa,
We're
we can
definitely.
we can go and bring gold medals from your days. Yeah, bring gold medals or 4x100 relay. I can't them 4x100 relay teams that the wicked do,
Yes.
really. So it's not just started. We have
Mm.
been through cycles. And
Yes.
so what would be the advice that you would give those that wanted to that aspired for better, but they just didn't get to it? What advice would you give them as they go back
And
now?
just continue to give it your best. Just keep working.
Mhm,
It took a while for me to get to where I am, and the rest of us, it took hard work and dedication. Not all of us were standout at boys and girls champs or everywhere else. It's just that it takes hard work and then dedication, and just put yourself in a safe space where
mhm,
you have a good coach that understands you mentally, understand the mental and physical aspect of you, and just don't have you in like in a
mhm,
box with everybody else.
mhm,
Support group, your mental state is very important. So you have to, if you have to do a therapist, then do a therapist.
mhm.
Um, just stay focused and just focus on yourself, because I think a lot of time us as athletes, we worry about the country and not ourselves, and we always go out there and put country first and don't think about ourselves. So we just need to do that a little bit more self-care, and we'll be, and just put God first. Definitely God has to be in the mix.
Yes.
Pray and pray. Prayer works. It may not be the time when you want it to, but it definitely will happen. So we just have to trust God, trust the process, and just work hard. And like I said, pay attention to your body, listen to your body, get all the necessary help that you need, and just have a strong support system. Your support system is very important to get you through anything.
All right. So, I ran track. I started running track as a young boy in back in the 77, 78, when I was a young boy, and we used to run on Malvern Avenue in Kingston, down the avenue and back the avenue, and the different avenues would come over and run against different avenues. Then I had an opportunity to run at Titchfield. I moved
Oh,
in Port Antonio, so I actually ran my first 2 years at Titchfield. I was the wickedest thing out of the block, but I just couldn't finish.
same
Never.
here.
But I say that to let folks know that track and field has just been a bedrock in the Jamaican society for years and years. And I think the great Donald Quarry probably was the one that, back in my days, it was Quarry who really kind of cemented things.
And
Uh,
Arthur, even Arthur. Is it
huh?
Wint? Arthur Wint, I think, was back then too.
Yes, back then, a little bit earlier than Quarry,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you had DQ and Corey.
DQ, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, man. Of course, I remember those days and so forth like that, and it was great. But no, all right. So, whisper it to me. Who you think they win the 100?
So based on the rules,
Yeah, yeah,
because Noah went across sideways, so his this half of his torso was
right.
over, so he did.
Yeah,
Kishane was
yes,
upright,
yes,
and he himself said he was a little bit too tense in the last part of the race. So if he had just stayed relaxed and
yes,
trust himself, yeah, it would have been fine. But yeah, the side lean. If
yes.
Kishane had did the side lean too, then yeah, but
Yeah, that's it.
Kishane did forward, yeah, straightforward. But he'll learn, he'll figure it out.
Yes, is new to the world stages, I guess, and so forth like that. And he has to will realize that in big races like that, when you come up to the finish line, you have to dip forward
Yeah,
and with a dip, actually throw yourself
yeah,
forward. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because somebody's right there to clip you if you don't.
Yes, definitely.
So tell me about your track programs that you're doing, the people that the children that you're working with and so forth like that? How is that going?
It's going good. It's hard because kids are different from kids here are different from Jamaican kids.
Yeah.
Um, so it's different because they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I have ones that really are dedicated and they put in the work and the result is great. Um, but then there's those others that's just come out to be babysat. But I just give the knowledge that I have and work with who will listen, and those are the ones that do well, and just pray that the other ones will see the progress in their teammates and want to do better. So but it's been fun. I'm learning patience because it's different. um, Patience is very important when you're coaching kids, um, especially when you think they should know better. But then, like I said, Jamaica here is different. Like things that we learn as from we're like three, here, because we from Jamaica from year three you start learning hand-eye coordinations and balance because egg and spoon race teaches
Yeah.
you hand-eye coordination and balance,
Mm-hmm.
and multitasking. So they don't have those type of systems here. So the kids don't learn until they're like in primary school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they don't learn the correct things, so you have to be correcting and trying to get them prepared within a small window of time, because in Jamaica we start from September. Here they have different seasons, like there's like football now, and then track don't start until January, and you can only do specific things.
Yes.
So it's been going well though. I love it. I enjoyed just
So
sharing my experience.
I'm glad you stopped by today, and I'm gonna ask you this because come back and talk to me about things every now and then. Uh, uh, do you aspire to one day be coaching in the Olympics, or the Jamaica national team, or doing something in those regards?
I mean, I would love to, because my degree from college is in sociology. So, in that aspect, I would not coach and really just be that person that can differentiate like athletes that are from different circumstances, because it still grows with you, and
Mhm.
just be able to communicate with them based on how their emotion, how they're feeling, and then get them to a point where they're a little bit more confident on what it is and don't allow anything to affect them. I'm more like the happy-go-lucky, want to keep you vibes up, and because like when I was competing I shot a box and listened to music. So in
Wow.
that aspect, yes, I would love to do that. I would love to be that one person, like if they're nervous, that could get them like hyped up and ready to go, just like the mental, there's just to relax. I want to make sure they're relaxed. That's just me. That's happy and relaxed, because I feel like the more relaxed and happy you are, the better you function. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. And what do you think is the future of the Jamaica team? And what do you think our future looks like now? 'Cause
It's
I heard
bright.
you mention Tia.
Yeah, it's bright, and it's not just track, because we tend to always focus on track. Like the track field, the field events saved us at this
Yeah.
Olympic event. If it wasn't for them,
Yes.
Jesus no.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it wasn't, so we need to focus on just not just track, but our future is bright. Like track, the field events, um, because we are talented. Like we have so much talents in different things. So not just track, but because it's track and field. So
Yeah.
Jamaica, we tend to focus on the sprinting and all of
Yeah.
that stuff, and
Yes.
just forgot about the jumpers and the throwers. So our future is bright. We won an Olympic gold medal in the field events.
Yes, I
We won
saw.
a bronze, yeah, with triple jump
Mm-hmm.
medal. The shot put. So it's good. Our future is bright, and we have some strong-willed and hardworking athletes that are going to make sure Tia and her sister,
Mm-hmm.
they're definitely coming. I can't wait for that to see them grow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been telling everybody I'm excited to get that world junior record team
Yes.
back together at the senior level. We're gonna be unstoppable.
Yes.
So
Yes.
because
Yes.
I need a breakthrough, because like we were the 2004, we were the first to win an Olympic gold medal and we still, like, we were the first and the last. I need, you know, I
Yes.
need a I need another team to, win, so that, I mean, we created history, but we still need to, like, win again, and
And
not just that one time.
and I am pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we have them waiting, man. Look at Tia's run. Coming on the world stage, because I've been watching her. Um, the the twins, I call them,
Hmm.
and I've been watching them for a little while. But to see her break out on the world stage, and well done. Kudos to her. And guess what? She's gonna be someone to contend with. Brianna. We
Brianna, yeah, and
yeah,
Alana.
and Alana. So, they're still
Yeah.
out there. So we I know we're gonna be great, not only in track but also in the field events. You know what I'm saying? I love what we're doing in
Yeah.
the hurdles. I love what we're
Yeah.
doing in the hurdles now. We're dominant in the hurdles still. You know what I'm saying? But this has been a testing ground for us this Olympic. But
It has.
I look forward to us moving forward. I'm moving back to top of form, as you say, Tappanaris again, once
Yes,
again.
it's just God testing us to see how loyal and faithful we are.
Yes, yes, yes. And I love it, so when you come on a pastor show, everybody like
Yeah.
talking, they say Pastor Rob, so but I could see that you're a genuine believer.
Yeah. I grew up in church. Grew up
Yeah,
in church. Been
yeah,
singing on my church choir since I could talk. Uh, so so
really.
it's been a part of me ever since I was a child. So
Very good, very good.
yeah.
And then the last name is Taylor now.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, I am so thankful that you took the time to come on this evening. I know we got you at last minute and so forth like that. But just to set us straight from an expert on what is actually going on, because a lot of people are somewhat depressed. As you said, we have been spoiled, but
Yes.
thank you
Yeah.
for your insight on Jamaican Explosion this evening. I intend to have you back at a different time to speak about things in Lent. But thank you so much, and God bless you and your family, and keep me abreast to Miss
I will.
Melanie, about what's going on with your teams down there. Okay,
I will. Thank you for having me.
you're most welcome now. Yes,
Have a
ladies.
blessed.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pastor Rob, and this has been Jamaican Explosion on a Monday evening. Oh, yes, 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 yes. And the time is getting by here, but of course, I got to bring on the man himself, Mr. Kabian Brown. How are you, sir? Mr. Brown, how are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So I am doing all right. I've been practicing my breathing exercises. I think I've gotten to the point where now I could control the shoulders and make sure that they're not even up and down.
Very good. Very good.
So how have you been over the last week or so? We didn't have you last week, but we're glad that you're back with us on the Strength to Breathe this week. So what do you have for us this evening?
Well, I figured since the Olympics just came and last week was Jamaican's Independence Day and everybody country-wise has been celebrating,
Yeah,
just to talk about the mental, I don't know what you would call the mental strength you have to be an athlete, to be an Olympian,
yeah.
and just the mental strength that you have to go through whatever test you're facing.
Hmm.
With the Olympians, the Olympians, the people who are in the Olympics, they say that they train more or less for the 4 years for when this event actually happens. It would have been great if I could have asked, but they train for 4 years for when the event happens, and as soon as it's done, like today,
Yeah.
kind of like an empty void because what do I have to do now if all I've been doing is that?
Hmm.
So just kind of like what we call in mental health, we call sometimes stages of change. We try
Okay.
to understand how things are, whether we gotta accept it, whether we don't accept it, just to be able to move through things. And those stages of change go through grief, go through acceptance. So it's a lot of times when we go through these 5 stages that for anything you can really apply it to. So the first stage of change is called pre-contemplation, and this is when you're thinking about what am I going to do. So uh, New Year's, a lot of people have the I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go lose weight, I'm going to do it this year. And that's usually December 25th, 26th. Pre-contemplation, thinking about going to the gym. They're getting ready. They might buy outfits and equipment. Contemplation, they're ready. They probably got a gym buddy, right? So second stage is contemplation. Now we're really thinking about it. All right, I'm going. All right, today's December 31st. I'm going tomorrow. Preparation is the third step. So we might prepare, get everything together, sign up a membership, everything. That's the third step, preparation. Just the same for the Olympics. You pre-contemplate, contemplate, prepare. Fourth stage, action. Now it's got to be about it. So words got to start to actions speak louder than words. You actually got to do it. So now when we go to the gym for New Year's, we have all right. I'm going to go work out. That's the fourth stage. Fifth stage is maintenance. Can I keep it up? And for a lot of people, including myself, for a lot of people, when you miss that first day of the gym, I'll go back tomorrow. I'll get there next week. I get there too. I get there. So we think about it, we pre-contemplate it again, and we get ready. We contemplate, we prepare, we action, and then we have to maintain it. So I thought that would be a good thing for like the people in the Olympics, right? They talk about Simone Biles, the people who are most decorated. Um, the track races for how they have to get ready. They have to pre-contemplate. I'm going to do it. Contemplate, prepare, and actually get it done and maintain that level of greatness. We talked about track. Usain had to maintain a level of greatness for 4 years, 8 years, 12 years at a time. So in between all that time is preparation, pre-contemplation, action, all those stuff going to making sure that we can get through these stages of change. And even when you say I quit or I give up, I'm going to take my medals and go, you still have to contemplate, is this it? What do I do now? Prepare yourself, take action, and maintain it.
Okay. Let's 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 talk about the after effect. Now, the those that have gone and thought they would have done a lot better, and they're in a state now of remorse or reflection and so forth. Like, tell me about that stage right here.
So that stage when you might be in a stage of, well, it goes back to more pre-contemplation. You might be in a stage like grief, right? So these stages of change don't necessarily have to follow order. I should have said that. They don't necessarily have to follow. They can jump. So now after you've maybe become the bronze medalist and you're thinking about it now, um, I've already pre-contemplated, okay, I can make it. Now it might be ready for preparation again. I don't have to pre-contemplate. I don't have to contemplate it. I'm preparing for it again. So they skip step one, step two. Sometimes with the grief or losing, we can call it trauma. And sometimes what you call trauma is trauma can be in a relationship, trauma can be the Olympics, trauma can be, let's say, the hurdlist from Haiti who was going to jump in and messed up on the first thing, just messed up. That can be trauma to the point where you have your whole country. St. Lucia just won big in track, the female track. So that can be a good contemplation. That could be a good, like, let's say if she would have lost and didn't do good. Trauma, I don't want to do it again. I had too much riding on me. I don't want to do it again. For some people, losses make them better. For some people, losses take them out. But we'll go back through the stages of change. And it's the same for grief, right? I have somebody who's experiencing a death. You go through the pre-contemplation of sometimes if somebody's about to pass and they're not there. Maybe this person I was thinking they were on life support. You go through the pre-contemplation of, okay, am I going to lose this person? No, this person is going to make it. Sometimes just being able to accept it. Yeah, it can. These go for the stages of grief too, stages of change. They're different, but they're the same. Sometimes with the stages of grief, we have, and I think that's what you were probably asking with the Olympics. You might have denial, you might have anger, you might have bargaining, where people bargain, then they get depression, and then they accept. So the same thing with losing the Olympics. I can't believe I lost. Like when Knowles and what was it, Seville came neck and neck, torso torso to face. I can't believe I lost. I can't believe I lost. That's the denial, the anger. You saw people crying when they lost. Who won? The female gymnast. I think Italy ended up winning, and then one of the end up gymnasts they reversed it, and U.S. ended up winning. So that's the anger. I could be bargaining. Please go check the score again. That's not right. Depression, acceptance. All these things are also parts of what we call the stages of grief. So you have the stages of change where you go through pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and then maintenance. And then with the stages of grief, when you're in a stage of loss, you have denial where you don't accept it, anger because you're upset that it happened, bargaining, trying to get more time or trying to figure out what can I do to make things better, depression because I've sunk, I'm in a deep set of sadness, and then acceptance is when I realized that yes, maybe this has um, truly happened. And usually those stages, like I said, denial, those stages of loss, a lot of time go for grief, a lot of time go for loss of the Olympics. When people die, we're in denial, we're anger, we're bargaining. I wish this could have happened. Why couldn't you take me? I wish I had more time. We go through depression, and at some point, we accept that this person is now gone, and then most of the times we go back through that cycle. So not necessarily through them steps, but through those steps.
Wow. Wow. Yes, and that is
That wasn't too much. So that wasn't too much.
no. We understand. We understand, and I have it. Uh, but as we're keeping it on the Olympics and so forth like that, Noel is a strange individual to me.
Me too. Me too.
And I started to psychoanalyze him. And I hope I'm thinking the right things about Noel, how he comes across, and that kind of personality. Sometimes I like him because I realize that he's good for the sport.
Mhm.
And he put on this persona. Uh, but and So, what do you think?
Everybody has a different style. I did not know. So the one thing that helped me kind of understand them a little bit more is that they said that in the audience was his parents and his girlfriend. So
Yes.
that helped me understand them a little bit more because I didn't really get the and the painting of the nails for the USA and the things of that nature. Just, but I think it goes a lot with the culture of being in France because you see some people dress up and kind of embrace that French culture. I'm looking forward to when it comes to the US, when it's LA. I actually want to see. I don't even know if that's possible to make it to the Olympics. I think that would be great just to be in that presence and see how it looks when it's here. I think it would be. I was just telling my wife. I think it would be great if Jamaica could get a spot. They have enough neck and neck competitions that I think would bring a lot of money to the island and really build up some of the roads.
But when I was thinking, I was thinking about, I don't know where I'm getting that feed up. Put back feed from. I was thinking about someone that has to psych themselves up to compete. And we do that. We psych ourselves up a lot of time to compete. Do you think that's a good thing, or is it better for us to be calm and cool and collective and but then you find people that have psych themselves up, and then
Rules.
it don't pan out the way they think. And I saw a little bit of disappointment in his face, you know. So
Yeah, because he lost to Tobago.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? The guy from Botswana, when I saw a sense of humbling in him at that time, you know. But then again, I can understand, one of the persons that, personalities that I really respected back in the 70s and early 80s, that probably was even before you were on, Mr. Killian, was
Hmm.
the great Muhammad Ali,
Mm.
who could talk a game. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He talked a good game, and he got beat several times. You know what I'm saying? But Ali was just one of them people that would psych you up, and he would come at his opponents. And I see Noel in probably the same kind of sense. So, I think he's a showman, and I think
Mhm.
good for the sport and so forth like that. And, with a lot of people, I think he aggravates a lot of folks.
More too boasty. I think some people like the U.S. when they played basketball, right? That was a amazing Olympics just to watch them, watch Curry, watch everybody just think, you're good,
Yeah.
you're great, but you don't. It's like when they say if you know you're a legend, you walk that way. You don't necessarily have to announce it. So
Yeah.
you walk a certain way. You come there to, as I said in the announcers, if the U.S. would have got anything less than gold, even if it was silver or bronze, it would have been a letdown to everybody because of the expectation. So I think for some people preparation. We talk about stages of change now. Some people's preparation is to be get energized. Some
Mhm.
people's preparation is to keep within, and they're more internalized, keep within and prepare that side. Say nothing and show. Some people show so that way they match. Like I know myself when I do things, I might talk something, I might pre-contemplate it, but if I don't put it out there, and now
Mhm.
it's out there in the world, now I have to match what I put out there. Some people will plan things and then put it out there. I sometimes do the opposite. I put something out there and say, okay, I put it out there. Now I got to make sure it's good because it's out. So some people depends on what gets you going.
Mm.
It works. It works.
Wow. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Um, so how do you suggest that they come down off the eye? Those folks that have been to Paris, and now they're coming back into their regular lives and so forth like that. Oh, what are some of the techniques that you think they should apply as they come down after? Because to be an Olympian and to have
Mhm.
participated on this high level certainly does something to you in your mind and so forth like that. Now you gotta come back and you gotta come back to regular person again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That can be tough, right? Because unless you're one of those famous sports like basketball, boxing, or something like that, like the archers. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know an archer. If I see an archer, they're just a regular person. But when they're in Olympic, they're a basketball player. They're as important.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know how. To be honest, it's something I thought about. I don't know how they operate because well, they get paid for their shows. So it's either back to work or let me figure out what else I can do, right? So if Simone Biles stopped doing Olympics, it's back to work or let me see what else I can do. So for Miss Aline who just came on, she was Olympian, right? So that would have been a great question to ask, like when the ride is finished, then what does it look like? Do we live
Yes.
on our peers? And I think sometimes at some point you have to live on through other people, like how she said, Seville is still out there. You have to hold on and hope that they can carry the flame like you pass the torch. Right now she's history. She is living history. They're the only team to do it how she did it. So therefore she lives on. People live on through her. And at
Yeah.
the same time, bills got to get paid. People got to get fed, and she still has to live her day to day life. And sometimes for some people, realizing if I put what I say, all my eggs into one basket, if I put everything into there and didn't prepare for here, what do I do? Right? I would love to know what Usain is doing right now since he's not running track. What do we, what do we do?
You seen this busy partying and doing dance moves, and he's just enjoying the best of everything. And
But after a while, the well runs dry, unless it's invested. So,
yeah,
what do you do when you come off of so much fame and
yeah,
notoriety, and then you just become a regular person, so to speak?
yeah. But someone like you saying though, I don't think he'll ever become a ordinary person because of his level. But then there are those. You've seen so many different news reports of NBA stars who are now working at different, and then the same goes for soccer stars and even
Mhm.
folks that might have run track who have come back and life has gotten hard and they have to go back into a regular job. And when folks see them there, they're like, "What are you doing here?"
Mhm.
Or stuff like that. So that that itself now can be challenging to a person.
And sometimes what we call the stages of grief, like how you said, loss, that can be when somebody's like, man, everybody's seeing me, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, based off of who we are. Imagine you go see Simone Biles working at Dunkin' Donuts because she's there. It won't happen. It wouldn't happen. But it would just be you've come off of this high pedestal. Not saying anything's wrong with working at Dunkin' Donuts, let me just say that. But to come from Olympics to this, it would be like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? So certain things you just have to, you have to do what you can with the fame that you have, because whatever you have, whether you're rich or famous or rich, nothing is sustainable unless you maintain it. So like the stages of change, pre-contemplate what am I going to do with fame and money, contemplate it, then we put it into, what was the next one? We put it into action. We prepare, then we put it into action, and we have to maintain it. All rich people don't stay rich; they maintain wealth. Poor people don't stay poor; they maintain poorness by
Right.
not investing into other things. So stages of change, stages of grief, same thing.
Very good. All right. So there we have Mr. K. Brown, our expert here on the strength to breed on Monday evenings with me right here. And I'm still waiting for Killian to bring a panel in. We're still going to get a panel here. As you can see, I had a panel on earlier on how smooth that was. Of different people talking about different aspects of mental health. Is there anything special for the month of August? Because I know they have been named the month. So what is August?
I do not know August, but I know I want to prepare something for September because September is Suicide Awareness Month, and a lot of people when they go through the grief or the anger and stuff like that, and it becomes overwhelming. Suicide use seems to be the easy out. So just to make sure that we have things like that for people, because kids are always going through it, adults are always going through it, and it's the happiest people who you think are not going through it who think about it every single day. So just to make sure that we have that, because just like glass, you can see through something, but not exactly see what you need to see.
Very good. Very good. All right, Mr. Anything else that you'd like to share with us before you leave this evening?
Um, As always, just follow us on social media. SOS, so Sam Oscar Sam, Cat Goat LLC, SOSCCG LLC on Instagram. And if you're on Facebook, what is it? SOS Counseling and Consultation Group LLC. So whatever you need, if you just need somebody to figure out how to get mental health, we're definitely here to help. But always just look up something. If you need to know how to get it for free, how to get it for a discount, how to get anything, definitely just here to make sure people can get access to services you're probably already paying for or don't know about it. Mental health is a free service to access, so always here for that.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so with us today, and I look forward to having you here next week, and
Yes, sir.
we'll have more things to break down to analyze. For example, the election.
Mhm.
You want to talk about some characters there? Yeah.
That's gonna be good. That's September.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
We have to start breaking down those characters from right now because some things are going on right now that we have to just look at some of the behaviors,
Mhm.
right now in the early stage. We can revisit back again later in September and so forth like that around election time and see how people have changed, how people have grown and so forth like that.
Yeah, hopefully the world. We have conversations about it all the time, so hopefully, and it's good. I can definitely tell you, anytime Trump is on TV or running, that the ratings are like this because I'm on Fox, I'm on all the time, just to see the foolery.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so that's gonna do it for us here on Jamaican Explosion. Mr. KB enjoyed me here. We had quite a show today. First, we started off. Mr. KB, all right. Say,
All right.
see you next week. Okay, very good. Pastor Rob here. As we wrap up Jamaican Explosion this tonight, I want to bring your attention to coming up pretty soon. We have on Sunday, It's been put together right now. I'll have a lot more information on this on Sunday, September 15th, 2024 at the Caribbean Live TV studios at 6254 Memorial Drive C, Stone Mountain, Georgia. It's the International Evening of Praise, and we have some artists from Patamar Music. The Of course, we have the different stars. Mr. Tony himself, Roach, Why Not the Paul, and of course Miss Universe will be there. And I hope to get several of our people that perform at Gwyneth International to join the crew and come down on that Sunday evening, beginning at 3 p.m. afternoon, and we're just going to praise God. International Evening of Praise, and I will have a flyer out for that by next show, and we'll start introducing the different artists and the different participants who will be joining us on that particular show. I want to say a thank you to all of those that came out this past weekend to the Atlanta Jamaican Association. I want to just say a thanks and let our thanks run on the bottom of the screen right here. Thank you for supporting our annual Independence Ball, which was last Saturday evening. Well supported, Mr. Roy Ryan. I will be getting some clippage from that coming up pretty soon. And of course, a big shouts out to a group and a band that I would like to have here on a Monday night, one evening, the SWAT band. The SWAT band really came out and performed last Saturday night. Had everybody jumping. Took us all the way back from early independence, and I heard all those old independence songs, and it was just wow. It was out of the world. Everybody, I believe, the people had a great time. Everything was on time, and folks, the word is that that was a beautiful event, and I would like to big up the Atlanta Jamaica Association and all the president, Yvette Taylor Reynolds, and all the board members who worked very hard to make sure that the event went off. And I just want to big each and every one of the board members up and say, big up yourself, board members. You did a good job. We represented properly. I believe the Jamaican community was well represented. We have the Council General that was there from the Southern representative, Mr. Oliver Meir was there. We had our own Council General for this area, Miss Elaine Bryan, and she was there, and we had so many different dignitaries that were present. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for coming out and just making the Atlanta Jamaica Association ball for 2024 a great event. And I'm going to tell you, 2025 is coming, and you do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it, okay? Pastor Rob here on a Monday evening. It's been my pleasure to bring to you this show this evening. Big up Mr. Garfield McCook once again. And of course, Mr. Ernell Arrington from Doxology. And we wish them all the best, and we hope to be seeing them here again. Okay? That's Erlington, let me get it right. Ernell Hurlington and Doxology. Make sure we get it right here. Okay, very good. And until next week, this is Pastor Rob, and I'm going to have to play that music for you once again to bring me out. That song is so nice that I have to play it twice.
Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jam down, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. We kept it like Kingston, yes. Maybe the other one, yes. That's where the tourists come when they want to have fun, yes. Them love with coffee, them love with white rum. Lay out in the sun, Jamaica, you nice, can't done. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy. Yeah, you're nice. Jam down, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jam down, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy. Yeah, you're nice. Jam down, you're nice. Jamaica, you're nice, boy. Really, really nice, boy. Jam down, you're nice. Oh, you're so nice. Jamaica nice, boy. Jamaica nice, boy.